I was meant to be finishing off my recipe test and video for the perfect Christmas roast potatoes, but guess what? Kev got sick yesterday, so it's a change of plan, and today I'm going to cook up a quick batch of my lovely warming chicken soup. So for any of you wondering what it's like to cook with frozen chicken thighs in the Instant Pot, here's an opportunity to see, and let's get this on. Okay, so I'm using my new Instant Pot, which is the Instant Pot Duo Crisp with the ultimate lid, but totally fine in any Instant Pot. You don't need the air fryer lid for this. So I'm going to start this soup by cooking up the barley. It needs a little bit of pre-cooking, so we'll get that on while we're doing the veg prep. So I'm going to use about probably a cup. I just guess this. And then I'm just going to add enough water to cook the pearl barley. Just put a tiny dot of olive oil in there. Just try and prevent any foaming up. Get this lid closed. Okay, so we're going to do this on pressure cook, and the time I'm going to give the barley 10 minutes. I'm going to do this on pulse release with this particular Instant Pot. You can change the steam settings. Pulse release is quite good for grains, and click start. And there it goes. So while that's cooking the barley, let's get all the prep of the vegetables done. I'm going to use my veg chopper to make everything super fast, and just roughly chop everything up. And that's all of our prep done, apart from making the stock, so let's get that done. Handy hint, if you haven't got a big enough jug, just make a concentrated stock in the jug that you have got, and then you can add the rest as water. Ooh, okay. Wow, there is pulse release. It is quite fun, the pulse release. There it goes. So now we've got our barley is nicely cooked, and now I'll just drain off the water and we'll start making the soup. So I've just given the pot a quick rinse. You can probably see here that we've got all of this scum on the lid, so I'm just going to give that a wipe before we go back into pressure cooking. All done. You'll mainly find this with pulses and grains. Now you'll know that normally I put some oil in here and I'll saute my veggies, but we're in a rush today, and when we're in a rush we can cut out certain stages. So what I'm going to do instead is get all of my veggies into the pot, and then we're going to put the garlic into the pot. This will all be cooked in the pressure cooker, so don't worry. And then I'm going to put in the rest of our veggies. And we've got the drained pearl barley. And then I'm going to add my flavourings to the stock. Just give that a stir. I'm not going to salt it because I've got that salty stock powder I'm using again. A dessert spoon of dried thyme. This is all really to your taste. Just give those a mix in. We've got a stable base, and then we've of course got our chicken. I'll add some black pepper, and I'm just going to get the liquid. There's another 500 mils. So I've put in about 1500 mils there, and let's get the lid on and get this cooking. Lid closed, pressure cook, and we're going to do it for 12 minutes. It's on pressure cook. There's only pressure cook on this particular Instant Pot, but pressure cook high if you're using a normal one. Steam release, I'm going to do it on natural release. Start, and off we go. Now this should take much longer than normal to get to preheat, and that's because we're using the frozen chicken. 20 minutes to get through that preheat and into the main cooking stage. So we'll let it now cook. So I've given this 14 minutes on natural pressure release, and I'm going to move it to quick pressure release, and okay to open lid. That is looking good. Now let's get it finished off. I put the chicken on top so it was easy to get off afterwards, and it can be kind of messy with the soup getting the chicken off the bones. So I use a rimmed sheet pan, and then I just put on my chopping board on top of that, and that'll catch all the juices. It's really good to always use an instant reed and just make sure that that is cooked all the way through. Give that a little stir, and this is a brothy soup, so you can have it just like that, or you can blend down a bit to thicken it up. So while the chicken's out, I'm going to just take some of this lovely vegetable broth. That looks gorgeous, and we're going to give it a quick blend. Ooh, oh dear, I just splattered that all over the kitchen. And if we pour that back in, that's going to give it just a slightly thicker, less brothy feel. So all there is to do now, apart from final season, is to take the chicken off the bone, ready to go into the soup, and give it a final stir. And there we have it, a really delicious and warming chicken broth. Now I need to get this into Kev. Sorry about the roast potato dish. I might still get it done before Christmas. If I do, it'll be somewhere here. And if I don't, please forgive me. Things have just gone a little bit pear-shaped.